I was watching the Nintendo Direct featuring the Nintendo Museum, and as famously happy man Shigeru Miyamoto was explaining the layout and how it relates to the rich history and sacred history of the company and its legacy, I couldn't help but think, hey, Miyamoto, with all due respect, I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but like, how many Pikmin could you fit into a place like that? Oh, so I guess every other PhD dissertation is just this 10 out of 10 good idea. Pikmin is one of the greatest video game franchises of all time. I haven't played a single one of them. My brother bought the first 2 games on Switch, and he says they're fun, and I'm inclined to believe him, because that's the order of the brothers' code. We're like 2 peas in a pod, and we'll kick your ass. Though I will admit, he bought them digitally, and me personally, I would have taken the half-hour trip out to Walmart to grab the physical version, but that's just me, and you know, it's all good. I made sure not to feed him that day, so it's okay. He learned his lesson. But that all begs the question, how many Pikmin could you fit in? I already said all that crap 3 seconds ago. First, I tried researching for this video by Googling the size of the Nintendo Museum, and the AI Google bot said it's the size of, quote, 8 interactive game experiences. What the hell? Google, you must take me for some sussy baka fool. Some kind of Michael Scott motherfucker. Are we suddenly measuring things by the interactive game experience? Is that part of the metric system? Did we all watch a little too much Game Grumps and develop headset brain or something? Or was that just me? There aren't any easily available details about the size of the building, as far as I can tell. Now, I could try to take matters into my own hands and use Google Maps and a little bit of Google Math, so to speak, but this isn't game theory. That guy died. I am sad, I am mad, I am not glad, and if I find the so-called Google in real life, I'm gonna drag their body into the ocean. This is bullshit. Where's my beer? I really recommend the hard Mountain Dew because it tastes like diet, but when you drink a lot of it, it makes the stuff funnier. And if you drink hard Mountain Dew, comment below, what do you think? And I swear, dude, if you mess with me and my brother Jack, we will drag your body into the ocean.
Rushing to the rescue, heroes of the tragedy dashing, heedless of pain, help the injured safely.
How many Pikmin could you fit in that thing? How many Pikmin could fit in the Hindenburg? This is a really good question, and I'm really smart, so I'm gonna figure it out, okay? And if you're gonna try to stop me, too late! This video is already uploaded. Nana, boo-boo, I drank the last Yoo-hoo. Alright, check it, everybody. What we gotta do is take the size of the Pikmin, take the size of the Hindenburg, and, I don't know, do some math shit. Pikmin are tiny little itty-bitty titty-committee critters who are brittle and pitter-patter around on their dumb, dirty feet. I'm sorry for being racist just now. For the sake of comparison, Olimar is a little spaceman. He has a wife and 2 children. His name is Mario backwards, and he's about the size of a quarter, the biggest and best coin out of the 4 American coins. But that's a topic for another YouTube video. Who do you think I am? Legal? Pikmin are smaller than Olimar because Olimar picks them up from the inside of the ground like they're little carrots. Oh, and the Pikmin are different colors and shapes. There's this one, he's red. And then that one's blue. He can breathe underwater. That one's probably a girl because she's pink. But then the purple one is maybe a boy because purple is like a girl color that the boys can like too nowadays. I'm gonna assume all these little guys are the same size because the Wikipedia, the best source for information, doesn't list the size of the rock or the winged Pikmin, but it says that the red one is 33 millimeters wide. So whatever, they're the same. I'm 22 years old. I don't have time to care about details. The time's slipping away from me like a bar of soap on New Year's Eve. Besides, under the watchful eye of the Lord Almighty, every Pikmin is equal, no matter how fat. Just like the rest of his goofy children. According to the Pikmin Wiki, which is not the Wikipedia, but a different Picky Wiki, because I guess one of them didn't receive the news until it was too late, Pikmin stand at about 1.4 inches tall. Again, for the sake of comparison, Hello Kitty is 5 apples tall. Hold on a minute. It says here... How many Olimars could you fit into the Heisenberg? Okay, so we have the size of our Pikmin. They're 35.56 millimeters tall and 33 millimeters wide. That doesn't seem right. Oh, it, whatever. In a metaphorical way of speaking, we have our cake batter, we have our eggs, and now all we need is the will to keep going. I decided halfway through that I'm gonna break this video up into chapters. Yeah, that's right. I'm having my Michael Moore moment. I'm a documentarian, damn it. The Hindenburg was a giant German airship that may or may not have been a blimp, but one thing it definitely is exploded. On May 6, 1937, it exploded with a big kaboom, killing 36 people. And if you don't mind me saying, thank our lucky stars for that. It was filled with hydrogen, so there's probably some science stuff that caused the explosion, and I could probably explain all that in detail, but I'm choosing to ignore that part because hydrogen goes against my religion. There was speculation about how the Hindenburg might have been sabotaged and Hitler might have been involved, but Wikipedia is boring. Please don't make me read any more. All I know is that a giant aircraft exploded. People like to joke about it. It was in an episode of Gumball. How many Pikmin could you fit in that thing? The Hindenburg weighs in at 803.8 feet wide and 135 feet tall at its widest point on the y-axis with a gas capacity of 200,000 cubic meters, kinda like my gassy Uncle Frank. Now, these measurements would be way easier to calculate if the Dinkelberg was rectangular prism-shaped, but unfortunately, Minecraft isn't real life, as much as Jack Black wants you to think it is. There are several variables to take into account, like the curvature of certain sections. You got the little pod thing at the bottom that the people drive the ship in. I think my mom's finishing up dinner, so I gotta go eat that. That's another variable. But we're not gonna get anywhere just by dawdling around with our pants in our hands. We gotta get down and dirty, get in the trenches, and figure this stuff out. So I went to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, assuming that those famous video game characters, the Pikmin, are 35.56 millimeters tall and 33 millimeters wide, how many of them could have fit in the big Hindenburg aircraft? Use precise and thorough calculations to determine the total number, taking into account every open space that could fit a Pikmin. $6.98 billion Pikmin. Let that number sink in. I'm pretty sure, like, if I remember correctly, that's a lot of Pikmin. We don't have to check ChatGPT's math. It's a robot. The math is perfect. Robots don't make mistakes anymore. It's really cool that I finally have an ending to the phrase, if I had a nickel for every Pikmin you could fit in the Hindenburg. Maybe now people won't give me weird looks at parties, implying that they want to hear the rest of the phrase. You know how MatPat invented that phrase Marioplex as this numerical term for the number of possible levels you can make in the original Mario Maker? Well, I have a phrase of my own. From this day forward, 6.98 billion will be a Pikmillion. Also, I don't like 6.98 billion. It's too close to 7 billion. My self-diagnosed neurodivergence won't allow me to sleep tonight if it's this close to a perfect number. It's 7 billion. ChatGPT probably got a calculation wrong or something. You can put a couple million more of those little guys in there. From this day forward, 7 billion will be a Pikmillion. Tweet this video out to Shigeru Miyamoto. Tag MatPat. Tag r/gaming. Let's make hashtag Pikmillion a thing. And while you're at it, like, comment, share, comment your favorite hottest pick girl from the Random Encounters video. I like the yellow one personally. And subscribe. Let's try to get this video to a Pikmillion likes.